Hi, hello guys, how are you? I hope you are all doing well. Welcome back to Mwelu's channel, and thank you for always watching my videos and please supporting me and showing me love. So welcome to another new day. Let's go exploring, guys. Let's go. Thank you. We are at the bus stop at the moment. Our bus will be here very soon, and then we're gonna hit the road. It's a beautiful day today. Look, the sun is out. That is our famous corner shop, cooperative shop. So hello guys, later our bus came and we took a ride, and we are at the historical dockyard Portsmouth, and today we want to go on a water bus experience, which is that one. Last time we went with the other side, on the other side, which is harbor tours. So today we are going with the water bus, and we're gonna go and explore the Royal Navy's Submarine Museum. So let's be patient and wait for the water bus to come and pick us. Over there, the blue and white one, that is the harbor tours, but we have taken that already before. So we are waiting over here. This is the stations, or the stop for this means of transport. So let's be patient and wait. Across over, you can see that is the HMS Warrior. We have explored that one, which is full of history and amazing history. We have been there, and wow, the videos are still on my channel. You can watch. Across over also is the Spinnaker Tower. As you can see, it's very, very noticeable no matter where you are standing because of its height. And of course, behind there is the Gunwharf Quays, yeah, Portsmouth Harbour train station, and also along that side is the same way you go to get to the GOSPORT ferry. So a lot happens around that side. And of course, there is the main bus stop of the Portsmouth, where you can catch buses to come out of Portsmouth even to go to London. But we all know they are doing some work there. Yeah, it's a very busy area, this area. And let's wait. As you can see, people there, they are just waving to go to the tour, to take a harbor tour. But as I said, we done that. Let's go wait and go to Royal Navy Submarine. Hey, every day is a wedding nowadays. Look at that. If you can see, they are going to walk through to the HMS Warrior. Every day I'm going out, I'm seeing people getting married. I think it's about that time. Yeah, the harbor tour is taking over now. And they are waving. And there is the bride and groom. Look how they are beautiful. I hope this camera will capture them for you guys to see. Who is going to get married soon? I wonder. It's been so much. Even when I was on a bus, I saw another wedding. Just I'm just thinking could be the same couple. They are going to enter HMS Warrior, which is, oh, and we remember in HMS Warrior they do, you know, they entertain weddings. As last time we went there, there was a wedding taking place, and of course we never saw one. We didn't enter that room to explore because it was all prepared for the couple or the families who were, you know, celebrating the wedding. Wow, it's unusual. Somebody's getting married soon. We soon find out. Across we can see the GOSPORT ferry, the green and white ferry. But I don't think this camera is that powerful. It's actually a GoPro 12, but I don't get it. Yes, guys, so chill with me as we wait for the water bus and go. It's a bit hot, so I'll remove my cardigan. And the sun is shining through to my eyes. So guys, the water bus is here and we are making our way to the water bus and get going. So guys, let's go and explore the Royal Navy submarine. We want to see how it is like. As we know, that is HMS Warrior, and as I said earlier, we went in there. And this is all in Portsmouth Historical Dockyard. And we came from there and we are going there. It's a lot of boats in the water. They're all very old boats, guys. And that is our transport water bus. Hello. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. Oopsie. Thank you. So here we are, guys. Let's go together and see Wagwan. We are in the water finally. Check the HMS Warrior, guys. We've been inside there and we really looked almost everywhere. It takes hours, but it's worth it. So we'll be crossing over to that side of GOSPORT, this time with the water bus, and go and explore the Royal Navy submarine. Let's wait and go. And that's how this is how the bus looks like. As you can see, it doesn't have upstairs, but that is how it is. Just a small one, but it's reasonable. Let's do this, guys, now we can, before the, you know, the cold starts. And it's kind of isolation city when it's too cold. There's more people coming in, guys. Taken off, guys. are parked, guys. It's just the same way you park your cars in a car park. Wow, Latima lady. These ones are for the rich people, guys. They are owned by people. Look at that. Ready, set, let's go. That was the pilot.
It's you're here at Submarine now.
Yeah, no, that's the bit I want to do. I weren't too fussed about the explosion bit.
Thank you. Yeah, here we are, guys. Wow. These steps you have to check very carefully, because they kind of have some piece of woods everywhere. So you must watch your steps, otherwise you can trip over. Look at all those boats, guys, and I think that's the submarine. More people going back on the other side.
A younger version.
I said the same thing about GOSPORT as well.
Oh. Visitor center. So HMS Alliance. So that's what it is, Royal Navy Submarine Museum. This looks like just a gift shop and a cafe there.
Are you looking to on the submarine? Yeah. 244 just now.
I think we need to get our card out.
So the last one from here is 4:15.
Should get it all done, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Hiya.
Hello. I have a ticket.
Yeah, perfect. Are you looking to go on the submarine?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to go on now?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
So there's your time ticket. So you just take that to the bottom of those metal stairs, just there, and then show it to a member of staff. They'll let you up.
All right. Oh, just follow
just
those
that,
people
yeah.
the way they are going. Out is this way.
Yeah, out is that.
Oh
door
yeah,
there,
exit. Thank you very much. Thank you. So yes, guys, I was right. We are going into this one. The main deal is here, but why are we going there first? But it's all about Jacob's Harbour Coffee Shop. That's there.
All I got was garble on that one, sorry honey.
And yes, guys, we are going up here.
What they were doing was trying to intercept the. Please come in.
Yes, thank you.
They were trying to intercept the insurgents coming across from the Indonesia to the Malaysian mainland or Singapore, and they've been placing bombs, creating havoc. I was out there at the same time, but I just my first draft from training, and I was in a lovely air-conditioned radio station. So I was a radio maintainer, and I was living in comparative luxury compared to these guys. And I played a lot of rugby with the Aussies and the Kiwis because they were out there on the minesweepers doing the same job, and I learned my trade in rugby there. I did have a more important job though, and that was to test the tiger beer to make sure it was okay for when the lads came back from sea. So, well, somebody was going to do it. In that action, I say they never. This is they would carry Marines or special service guys, and this canoe here, a folding boat, they would go on patrol with the submarine, and what they'd be tasked to do perhaps was to go up into the jungles and either spy or any sabotage missions just to hinder the Indonesians. And what would happen, it's a folding boat, it would be stuck in the corner somewhere, the space is a premium and that would take up a torpedo space. So they would, submarine would surface and they'd take the canoe up through the torpedo loading hatch there, which is an angled hatch above the ladder, and erect the boat and put themselves in all the gear and do whatever they were tasked to do. Now, the torpedoes are brought on board by crane, 1.5 tons a torpedo, hanging from the crane, a belly band here, that'll be in the middle, and then placed on the deck. This rail would come down to assist bringing it down, carefully placed on the deck, upright, because the wheels on the belly band there keep it upright. And then it's transferred to this hoist here on the rail. And then we running, first of all running to the tubes, where you can see you've got that doorway there, the rail stops. We only got to get the warhead into the tube. So 6 guys with ropes and pulleys will pull it in the rest of the way. Now it's 1.5 tons, these brackets are pretty much lined up with the tubes, and the mechanics of the ropes and pulleys will take the weight, full of grease, it'll just slide in. The remaining reloads, the 6 reloads, in the racks, 2 on the deck. I mentioned about head hazard, space being a premium, all the food will come in now, all the stores. Tins there, 9-inch tins that we put on the deck. Put some boarding on top just to give it a smoother surface. Not just in here, through the accommodation space, maybe into the control room as well if we've got one along in control. So nominally they do about 6 weeks patrol, so enough food for that. So they've lost 9 inches of headroom, they'll be banging their heads even more. Now, on these submarines, it was designed out in the Pacific, I say, a long distance is required, a big ocean to get out there, and then it could be based in either Australia, India, Sri Lanka, Singapore earlier on during the war, but obviously the Japanese took Singapore, even the west coast of America. They needed to get across. So they had extra fuel capability. They could do 10,500 miles on the surface. But once they submerge, you're relying on the 2 large battery banks we have on board to power everything electronically on board, but more importantly, power the electric propulsion motors. And that distance of 10,500 miles on the surface drops down drastically to 90 miles when we submerge. Now, to achieve that great distance, so you need to be only doing a speed of 3 knots. 3 knots is not a problem because in a hazardous area or where somebody may be looking for you, the slower you are, the quieter you are. So that's fine. In a hostile area, they'll be doing 3 knots, just doing their patrol underwater, keeping out of the way, quiet until they need to do something nasty. So do the sums, 3 into 90 is 30. That's the maximum time they could spend underwater, 30 hours. Ideally 12 hours, i.e. the hours of daylight, hide away, and then if safe to do so, surface, run the diesel engines, recharge the batteries, and replace the air, because once you've dived, you can't replace the air in here. So you need to replace that. 60 odd guys are going to produce a lot of CO2, so the air is going to get pretty foul. So I say ideally 12 hours underneath, get up top at night if safe to do so, do all the recharging and everything. Now, my experience, I'm a nuclear submariner. I've worked on these but not served on them. I was working on a submarine depot ship up in Scotland where they were building a base for the nuclear boats on the Clyde, the Gairloch. And I was a radio maintainer, and if they needed any assistance when they came alongside, I would come down and help as necessary. But I went straight into nuclear boats, the Polaris, and we could go away in a nuclear submarine. You can stay on the water forever. The only thing that gets you up and home again is to get some food, because we've got a big tank of water outside you, the ocean, big cattle on board, and distilling plants, so we desalinate, so you've got nice clean water for drinking, food preparation, showering. No showers on here. You've only got the water you put on board before sailing. Only nod to hygiene is washing your hands after using the loo and cleaning your teeth. And the rest is just for food. So with that water we've made for the in the nuclear submarine, not only have these luxuries of showers, we have a laundry, and then the water can be passed through electrolyzers, which separates the hydrogen and the oxygen from which makes up water. So you get rid of the hydrogen and you've got all the oxygen for breathing. Okay, 140 guys on board, they will produce a lot of CO2. We had CO2 scrubbers to get rid of that. So yeah, so I say it's really the food thing. Now, 30 hours rather they could spend maximum underwater in one of these. Okay, we do have a snorkel system, and that would keep you underwater effectively, but you're still bringing, you're on a periscope down, you're still bringing water in, air rather, through the snorkel mast. I've been underwater for 51 days, and the guys now, they've just come off a patrol on the later nuclear deterrent, the Trident class. They've just done 157 days underwater patrol. Couldn't be good. They do get paid quite handsomely. They get £30 a day. When I left the submarine service as a petty officer, I was getting £1 a day. And everybody was jealous of that in general, so well, an extra £1, that's a lot of money, you know. But if you do the sums, for that £1 I could buy 6 pints of beer. And these guys getting £30 a day, I don't think you can buy 6 pints of beer for £30. No, not in most pubs anyway. So I think I was probably better off. But maybe perhaps the wrong sort of barometer to use, but just an indication. Right. This is also an escape compartment. Back aft it's very similar, a much smaller compartment, only 2 tubes and 4 reloads, but it's still kitted out for escape. You see around here this manifold all the way around, we've got these nozzles. When we need to escape, everybody who can will get in here. That door will be shut, isolate the ventilation trunking. That's another interesting fact here. First submarines to have ventilation or air conditioning put in, because he's going to be working out the Pacific. Admiralty decided to give Jack a bit of comfort. Most unusual for them to consider Jack's comfort, but they put the air conditioning on. So that would be isolated just to keep this compartment pretty secure from the outside elements. Bring a canvas trunking down here, secure it to the deck, and that will allow a sort of a passageway up to this escape hatch. Now we've got to get the pressure in here exactly the same as outside, otherwise we won't be able to open that hatch. And the way we do that is to flood the compartment. So we open this valve here, the compartment plug valve, water will come in, come up to here. With that tube there, the air will compress and hopefully it will stop below head height, thus making an uncomfortable situation maybe a little bit more comfortable. So, okay, guys are all here, but 60 odd men could be in here, and a much reduced airspace, they're going to produce a lot of CO2. That's why we've got these breathing modes, so there's more than enough for everybody on board, and they're all going to be breathing through these until they make their escape. Now, the first guy in the queue has got a much longer hose, and he'll be directed by the senior escapee, and he'll be directed underneath once they know, because what happens, you can, a little bit of a bubble when it equalises, that hatch will lift slightly, and this tube will fill with water. So the first guy will be directed out, he'll still be breathing away, make sure the hatch is clear, or open and clear, and he will then drop his, having taken a good gulp of air, make his ascent. And what he must remember to do in making that ascent is to make sure the air is released from his lungs. Now in that 100-foot tower, if he held his breath, by the time you get to the top, the volume of air in your lungs would be 3 times the amount, forcing air into the bloodstream, embolisms, not good. Now on the Polaris submarine that I was on, we had 140 men, over twice the amount of on here. Now the problem with pressurisation, divers will know, and they are very careful of this, you get the bends. And what happens there is, if you're under pressure for any great length of time, nitrogen bubbles are formed in the bloodstream. Of course, those nitrogen bubbles are making the ascent. You can't control them collapsing. You can't get rid of them like you can.
Thank you. So guys, that was the introduction, and my battery was going low, so I didn't catch the last bit. But now we are going through here and see more. Looks like a bed, quite comfortable.
I heard it's the road to Rio.
Oh, yeah, these are all beds here with the blankets, and they are double beds. Oh, breakfast and more beds. These are small rooms with almost 8 or 9 beds.
They're venting the sewage tank. Anyway, it's going to get tomorrow. HMS Submarine Memorial Park.
This is HMS Navy Submarine, guys. I'll let you go first from here because I'm a bit slow. Oh, look at that set. It's a set of tea. Wow, look at there, guys. It's so beautiful, guys. It's so beautiful. That is like a
Divers to the gun tower hatch in 5
a
minutes.
living room area with a table. Look at that flowers. It's so cute. We can't go in more than there. And look, the lights, guys. This is, wow, it's amazing. The history is still going on there. Oh, and there's a sink. And wash
Divers to the gun tower hatch
your plates here.
So they're sitting a deep channel of Hernstein in the Channel Islands. And they launch on behalf of them. And they will do something address of this 17th Bible. On the walkway between, if you follow the Millennium Path around to the GOSPORT ferry, there's a big memorial with all the names of the guys there. Yeah. And then the final mess in that compartment is the artificer's mess. They're the senior engineers, whether they be mechanical, radio electrical, or 5 or 6 guys in there, each very comfortable. But really not much difference to the lads' mess. They've got a pretty
See,
colour
that's
on
for
there.
controlling.
That wouldn't be there when you're at sea because those fabrics will hold the smells and the damp. So they're all pretty much, the only advantage they have is perhaps a little bit more space. And the captain has got his cabin up here. I'm usually one of the first captains to have his own cabin in a submarine. Because traditionally in the Navy, the captain is not a member of the wardroom. He has to be invited into the wardroom, or he will ask to be invited, and I don't suppose he is very often refused.
Contact
For
09,
obvious reasons.
report 09.
Right, now we've got the control room here. Now, the seat in the corner there, that's the helmsman, and he's taking his orders from the obstacle watch, where they're steering the submarine, and he'll be passing his orders if he's up on the conning tower, which is the ladder here, taking up to the conning tower and get there. And if there's nobody there, it's safe to do so. They'll complete the servicing action using a low power lever system. Because the pressure's not so great, they don't need the hand pressure to get the
So guys,
The reason I'm mentioning this,
I'm just going to go around and show you how this submarine museum looks like. Basically because if I stand there to listen to the whole history, I won't have enough battery. But for example, guys, here we can see that's a very small toilet. That's very short, very small area. The roofs are very short, but of course that shows the toilets they used to use. And in here, it looks like it's all kind of radio machines. As you can hear, there is a voice, and there is a typewriter there. So yeah, looks like a little office for someone. In here is another little toilet. Yeah, there's a lot of wiring in this submarine. That looks like, yeah, could be it looks high up. Oh, there is a step, so you can step on and use it. It's a toilet as well. Yeah, more basins. They look very nice. Silver, long time ago basins. And we keep going through. This is where we've coming from. It's a very narrow corridor, but at least you can manage. You can manage to go through. More sink area. Yeah, so basically, and there is a pot with some food. Yeah, this area looks like where the food will be served, and that looks like oven. Yeah, they even have fried oil box there. So This is a bit too much for me, guys. It's a lot of, machines going on, and you can hear the noise. But that is how this area also looks like. It feels like it's an engine area. You can see all that. And that noise is coming under, so that tells us this is engine area for sure. Yeah, like as you can see, the tour guide, he is still, explaining the history of just the second room after the introduction. So if I do listen to him, my battery will run off. But this looks like another bed, and that is a hut. Yeah, it's a hut. Normally these places, we are not allowed to touch things. And those are like, chairs to sit. They are boxes. At the same time, you can sit on them. Some tins there of paper extra export. See that tunnel, that red tunnel, it goes all the way, and that's the thing for the door for shutting the tunnel. I believe there will be another tunnel because these look the same. Care is to be taken that the loop nuts are tightened. Important here. So the guide to give us a lot of information is the one we left behind, and the reason is because my battery is showing danger. So I decided just to show you around. And it looks like that it's it. This door comes out. Wow. It looks huge, very huge. Oh, I should read this bit. All the branches of men in the forces, there is none which shows more devotion and faces grimmer perils than the submariner. Great deeds are done in the air and on the land. Nevertheless, nothing surpasses your exploits. Sir Winston Churchill, 1943. With thanks, the Royal Navy Submarine Museum would like to thank our donors here. Our donors, trustees, staff, consultants, and volunteers for their hard work and constant support, which has ensured the success of the Serving HMS Alliance project. Particular thanks go to the Heritage Lottery Fund, the Sammy Offer Foundation, Sir Michael Oreno OBE, Rahimi Koch, Garfield Weston Foundation, BAE Systems, Babcock International, the Wolfson Foundation, and Sir Donald Gosling KCVU. Special thanks go to the veteran Royal Navy submariners who have provided expert advice and guidance throughout the project. In 1949, HMS Alliance crew members enjoyed the fine weather on the service. Featured on the Alliance badge are the crossroads wings and archer that represent the three branches of the British Armed Forces. So I think that's some of the guys who were there. Project manager credits, okay. Yeah, let's see them nicely. That is it, guys. And this is a lift if you want to go down with the lift, but of course we have a handles on these lift stairs, so it's all right. To go downstairs slowly. Yeah, it's unbelievable how big it is, and the walk was not that long. So I don't know if there are some areas we could have gone I did not discover, but there's always another visit, guys. So guys, these are some of the highlights of the. So guys, this board here, or this information, it highlights about the Royal Navy Submarine Museum, and this is what it is. HMS Alliance. It's all about to see what life was like beneath the waves as you walk through HMS Alliance, the only remaining British Second World War era submarine. See where the crew slept, look through the working periscope, and hear the mighty rumble of the engines. Talk with a submariner on board and hear stories about life under the sea. Holland 1. Step inside the Royal Navy's first submarine. Holland 1 was launched in 1901 and crewed by 8 pioneering volunteers from the Royal Navy. Sank for 69 years and then restored. She remains a milestone of engineering. HMS X-24, peer inside the only surviving midget submarine from the Second World War. The aircraft were involved in some of the most dangerous operations, such as the attack on the German battleship SS Tirpitz. She is a permanent reminder of the extraordinary courage and sacrifice of earlier generations of submariners. Garden of Remembrance. The garden and memorial wall commemorates those who devoted their lives to the submarine service. Sit in the shade of the 3 olive trees that are same ages as submarine service that was founded in 1901. Discover the remarkable story of the Royal Navy Submarine Service. The museum has 3 submarines and 3 galleries to help you make the most of your visit Make sure you don't miss our must-see highlights. Doyle Victoria Cross. Did you know 14 submariners have been awarded the VC Medal for bravery, the most for any Royal Navy branch? One such hero, Commander Ball, received his medal after diving submarine HMS E-14 under enemy minefields in 1915 as part of the Dardanelles campaign. Commander's cabin from HMS Conqueror sit in the actual captain's cabin and hear the dramatic story of the sinking of the Belgrano during the 1982 Falklands conflict. This was the first and last time a submarine had fired a torpedo in action since the Second World War. Jolly Roger collection. In the early pioneering years, submariners were accused by the admiral of the fleet of being underhand and deemed an English treat all submariners as pirates. Since then, all submarines that have sea action have flown their own Jolly Roger. The museum has 5 original flags and a collection of photographs on display. Working periscopes from HMS Conqueror. Watch out, enemy ships could be fast approaching. The only way to find out is to peer through our museum periscopes. This will give you a better look of what's happening around Portsmouth Harbour. Yeah, that's a bit of the information. As you can see, more people still going. Let's go and get our water bus so we don't miss it. So it was a better tour. Thank you.
Well, they all return us, Mark.
Oh, they'll return us, yes.
I will tell Phil.
You alright, folks?
Yeah.
Just to check your bag for the way back, okay?
Again.
I know.
Yeah.
Alright. Sick combination for this one. Okay.
Life here, guys. We thank God for journey mercies, guys. Streets of Portsmouth. This area is beautiful. It's here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm.
Here?
It's not showing my face.
Not showing your face?
No.
You want to...
Maybe it's a oh. Yeah.
Now it's okay there.
In dark.
Dark, yeah.
So yes, thank you guys for today. Now we are on our way back home. We had a good time. And thank you for always giving me company. And please keep on subscribing, watching, and liking the videos. Thank you so much. Let's go home. But the street's kind of very dark. It was a very nice day, guys. I enjoyed myself. Thank you. Ciao.